What's up, all you Minties? This is the Uncanny Omar, and it is time for your favorite, and probably your wallet's least favorite segment of the month. That's right, it is time to empty those wallets and fill those shelves. So, we're talking about our monthly budget meeting for collected editions coming out in the month of June of 2021. So, let's get started. Welcome back, everybody. Before getting started, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. We put out videos every day. Ring that bell for notifications to let you know when our videos are going live. And don't forget to share the video. Let others know where you get your information for collected editions. So we're talking about June. We've got 5 weeks, so we ain't got time to waste. Let's go ahead and get started. So, with the week of June 2nd from Marvel Comics, we have Guardians of the Galaxy by Al Ewing, collecting issues 6 through 12 of that series. And I've read the first one. Solid. I don't know if they're going to come out with an oversized hardcover or not, but we will see. Marvel Snapshots, this one is an oversized hardcover. And this collects a bunch of the Marvel Snapshots one-shots. And I'll be doing an advanced overview of all these books, probably the week that these books are due out. That's when I usually do them. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaurs getting a graphic novel. It's a smaller trade paperback, collecting issues 25 through 36. Moon Knight, Epic Collection, Bad Moon Rising, reprinting the very first Moon Knight Omnibus, collecting his early appearances all the way up until his own ongoing series, or the miniseries from the 1980. And Spider-Woman, King in Black. So it looks like Jessica Drew is crossing over with that event. And then we're getting reprints of X-Men Annihilation. X-Men Age of Apocalypse. Both of the covers are coming out, the direct market cover and a standard edition cover. And I will be doing an advance overview of that, probably coming out on Monday. And let's keep going with DC Comics. We have Batman Adventures Continues Season 1. So, reprinting some of the stories here by Paul Dini and Alan Burnett, as well as illustrations from Ty Templeton. No idea what that was. That's pretty cool that they're continuing the Batman adventures. And I know what this one is. This is one that a lot of people have been looking forward to, and that is Batman Omnibus, The Golden Age, Volume 9. So, collecting issues 76 through 85 of Batman, and then stories from Detective Comics 192 to 210, and World's Finest 63 to 70. Volume 9 of The Golden Age. So, we're talking the early 1950s here. I'm glad they're cranking those out. We are also getting the Catwoman Soul Stealer, which is one of those smaller scale books geared towards kids. This one's written by Sarah Moss, who's a young adult novelist. And then also getting Flash, The Death of Iris West. I'll be doing an advanced overview of that as well. That's the oversized hardcover, collecting issues 270 to 284 of this classic stuff. And I've only read like the aftermath of this, so this will be my first time reading this stuff. Crypto Superdog is getting a graphic novel. That's cute. That's adorable. And Superman, The Man of Steel, Volume 3. So we've got a solicitation for Volume 4, and this collects the Superman 12 through 15, Adventures of Superman 436 to 438, Action Comics 594 to 597, Superman Earth Stealers 1, Action Comics, Superman and Adventures annuals, all the first annuals, as well as Booster Gold 23. That's a pretty thick book, and coming out at $49.99. That's the retail price of that. Moving on to manga, we have the continuation of one of the best-selling mangas that keeps freaking selling out, and that is Chainsaw Man number 5. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. Volume 22 is coming out. I heard there was a box set coming out later next year too, or is that this year? Collecting, I think, the first 21 volumes. Dragon Ball Super, continuation of the Dragon Ball Z with the blessing of Akira Toriyama, or probably blessing is some money in his pocket, and he's like, yeah, whatever. And we have a box set for sure coming out, and that is the Fairy Tail box set Volume 4. I think I just picked up Volume 3, so I need to make sure to get that. Heroic Legend of Arslan, Volume 14. Now, I've only seen the anime from the 90s, the OAVs, but is there anybody that's reading this? Because I know this is the same lady that did Full Metal Alchemist, and it's her take on this story, and we're on Volume 14. Great Priest Imhotep, Volume 9, continuing that series. My Hero Academia, holy crap, Volume 28. And One Punch Man, Volume 22. Glad they're continuing that. And from other publishers, we have Pride Omnibus. And we're also getting the Resident, maybe that's the follow-up. Resident Alien Volume 6, Your Rides Here. And that's the one that the Sci-Fi Channel has an ongoing series, TV series about. Skull Digger and Skeleton Boy is coming out with a trade paperback collection. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Season 10, Volume 1. Season 10, my gosh. So I guess they continued it in the comics like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Did I just compare Buffy to My Little Pony? Yeah, I did. Red Sonja, finally this is coming out, and this is the date we have. By the way, as you all know, I always like to remind people, though, the dates are always subject to change, so keep that in mind. But this, we finally have confirmation of the signed edition of Gail Simone's complete Red Sonja, the big oversized hardcover that came out a couple of years ago, is finally getting to be released in the direct market. Jim Henson's Labyrinth Underspell hardcover edition. It's a nice Jared picture. City of Belgium hardcover. This looks interesting. This, I don't know what it is, but the cover is what got me. And we're also going to get Love hardcover, Volume 5, The Mastiff. And I almost said I love these, but I really do. They're beautiful artworks. They're released by Magnetic Press. There are no words, so if you're used to manga like Gon, G-O-N, it's like that, and it focuses on animals. Like there's been tigers, and now we have a Mastiff. The T-Dragon Tapestry, a hardcover, is coming out. And then An Unkindness of Ravens. Cool title and cool cover. For that second week of June, from Marvel Comics, we have Black Cat, Volume 4, The Queen in Black. Hey, nice take on the King in Black. But this collects the 2020 4-issue miniseries, as well as the X-Men to Serve and Protect, Volume 4, or Issue 4. Immortal Hulk, continuing that awesome series by Al Ewing and Joe Bennett, and this collects issues 41 through 45, and that's Volume 9. We're getting a reprint of the Incredible Hulk Epic Collection Volume 1, Man or Monster. George Perez is getting this beautiful Marvel art of George Perez hardcover. We've had Adam Kubert's art before. And over the years, we've had artists like Joe Quesada and people like that, but this is the first time we're getting the Marvel art of George Perez. And I'll be doing an advanced overview of that, as well as an advanced review of The Amazing Spider-Man, Great Power. And this, of course, is the kickoff to their new line for geared towards kids, smaller scale. This is the Mighty Marvel Masterworks, Volume 1. And there's a direct market variant too, and my daughters and I will be doing an advanced review of that. Star Wars Bounty Hunt trade paperback Volume 2. I had no idea this was continuing. I thought it was just a 5-issue miniseries. Very cool. Thor continuing his awesome epic collection. This is more of the Tom DeFalco years. So we have Thor, The Final Gauntlet, collecting issues 451 to 467, as well as the Thor Core 1 through 4. And Spider-Gwen is getting her own omnibus. Both the direct market and the standard edition come out on the same day. From DC Comics, we have Aquaman Deep Dives. Interesting title. And that's just a collection of old and new stories from Aquaman. And we're also going to get Batman Earth 1. Finally, this is coming out. This was delayed. I think it was originally supposed to come out in January, but here it is. Batman Earth 1 hardcover Volume 3. Not January. I think April was the first time that it was supposed to be released. But it's finally coming out. DC Comics Generations is coming out that same week. And this is just different stories from Generations Shattered, number 1, Generations Forged, and Generations Fractured. All coming out in a complete collection. It's coming out in hardcover, but from the dimensions, it looks to be standard edition hardcover. And I know this one will definitely be standard edition hardcover, and that is the Dark Multiverse. So Tales from the Dark Multiverse, Volume 2. Collecting stories. I love the fact that they collect the original stories that these are based on, and then the new, or their take on it, their alternate reality take on it. So you have stories in here from Crisis on Infinite Earths, you have War of the Gods in there, Dark Knight's Metal, and they really love their Dark Knights. As far as Uncanny Omar talked pretty one day. As far as manga for that week, the ones I've highlighted, Yes. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for this. And that is The Art of Samurai Showdown, Samurai Spirits in Japan. It's being released by Dark Horse here in America. Man, do I love that. That was one of my favorite fighting games from SNK. That brings back memories. And I love art books. Kirby Manga Mania Volume 1 is coming out. I thought that had already come out, honestly. My little girl's going to flip out when she sees that's coming. Pokemon Adventures Collector's Edition Volume 8. And Alicia, the adjectiveless Alicia, is reading those. Spy X Family, or was that Spy times Family? Volume 5 is coming out. I haven't read it. I've heard so many people, including my co-host Wonder Maddie, talk about that. Bite Maker Kings Omega Volume 1 kicks off that month. That looks pretty interesting. I like that cover. It's beautiful. I like the contrast in the colors. Gigant Volume 5. This is the same gentleman that did Gaunt's. And this is his new series about a giant lady. Haven't even read the first volume. I need to get on that. And Shaman King Omnibus Volume 3. Continuing that collected editions of those original tankobons. Something is Killing the Children is going to get a third volume that same week. As well as Kanto 2, Hollow Man. I love the first one. That first one was such a wonderful, beautiful book released by IDW. Delicacies coming out with a graphic novel format that week. Star Trek The Next Generation Mirror Universe Collection. Bloodshot Trade Paperback Volume 4, continuing that series from Valiant Comics. Adventures of Teen Palm graphic novel. Squid Happens. Okay. Whoa, this... I didn't even know about this. This is the Best of John Buscema, Roy Rogers comics. This is coming out in hardcover edition. I had no idea what this was. Man, that looks awesome. And we're also going to get Buñuel in the Labyrinth of Turtles. So this is based on the creator, Buñuel, I think is how you pronounce his name. He's a Spanish filmmaker. And it's the moment when he decided to take a different path in his life. I love this semi-biographical kind of manga comics. I love when they do that stuff, and I need to read the Twilight Man book that my wife got me. Complete DC Comics Phantom hardcover volume 1. So this is not the strips, but it's the actual comic books that came out, and this is volume 1 of a supposed 3. And these were originally first published by DC Comics, but Hermes Press is publishing these. Court of the Dead, War of Flesh and Bone is coming out. No idea what that is, but that is released by Insight Comics. I like that cover, though. Phantom, the Phantom Complete Dailies hardcover. So we're also going to get the Phantom that same week, the strips. Volume 22, 1968 to 1970. Erratic, trade paperback. I think this is all in one. That looks gorgeous. That cover looks awesome. But this is written by Carrie Andrews, and it's also drawn by Carrie Andrews. And Brian Reber is also helping him out. And then Zombie Tramps. I'm sorry. Just one. Singular. Volume 21? What the... Shows how out of the loop I am with my zombies. And my Zombie Tramp. Volume 21 and 22 are coming out that week. No idea. They're on issue 80. Volume 22 collects issues 77 through 80. It's published by Action Lab. Man. Zombie Tramp. Anybody reading that? I really don't know anything about it. I remember talking about it with the OMNIBUS like 3 or 4 years ago. Like the very first issue. I had no idea that we're on issue 80. Kicking off the week of June 16th from Marvel Comics, we have the Marvel Masterworks Daredevil Volume 15. Oh man, we're getting into the Frank Miller era. Awesome. This is volume 307 of the Marvel Masterworks, but volume 15 of Daredevil, and we're going to get both covers, of course, the direct market and standard edition. Power Pack. Oh man. I can't believe we're getting a Power Pack volume 2 collecting issues 37 to 62. We are living on different times these days. Excalibur 29, Power Pack Holiday Special 1, the Power Pack 2000 series, the 4-issue miniseries, Fantastic Four, and appearances of Power Pack just all over the Marvel Universe, as well as the 2017 Power Pack 63, which was years after the original series ended, and Power Pack Grow Up. That's crazy. Volume 2, both covers coming out that week. Captain America is getting a Treasury edition with the Bicentennial Battles. This is the classic Jack Kirby's, just firing on all cylinders. Man, so good. Going back, this is also part of the Jack Kirby Captain America Omnibus, but the Treasury edition are just bigger, oversized artwork. And that story is so classic. We're getting a reprint of Heroes Reborn Omnibus, the standard edition cover, which has come out previously with Brett Booth on art, and then we're getting a direct market cover with Jim Lee drawing the Fantastic Four and the Black Panther. Power Pack, more Power Pack that week. Collecting the Power Pack series 1 through 5. This is Powers That Be. And Thor, continuing Donny Cates' run on Thor. Volume 2, Prey. Collecting issues 7 through 14, as well as Jason Aaron's complete collection of Thor. This is Volume 3, collecting the Mighty Thor 1 through 19. I know several of you have asked me if they were going to reprint any, and I've sent Marvel a list of complete collections that are out of print. And then what they decide to print, absolutely all up to them. Batman, we're getting a hardcover of Batman in Volume 3. This is Gilliam March Batman. So collecting 101 and 105 of Batman, as well as a story from Detective Comics 1027 and Batman Annual number 5. This is a bold new direction for Batman. Deceased is getting another hardcover. This is Deceased at World's End, collecting the digital chapters 1 through 15. I really hope that they take all those and make an omnibus out of it. Seriously, that would be so awesome. Future State, next Batman is coming out, so this collects part of the Future State storylines, the next Batman 1 through 4, and then material from Dark Detective 1 through 4 and Future State Nightwing 1 and 2. And Teen Titans Beast Boy graphic novel volume, or just graphic novel hardcover. So these are the smaller size books. Oh man, manga. Oh, we got some good ones this week. It's gonna be hard to do my top 10 list. Yeah, so my top 10 essential buys, or my recommended buys, or my recommended books will be another video that will probably come out on Monday. So from Viz, we have 21st Century Boys, Volume 1. So this is a follow-up to 20th Century Boys. And oh, what a wonderful Urasawa series that is. But the one I'm probably the most excited about is Fist of the North Star. Oh, the Man with the 7 Wounds. It's in hardcover, Volume 1. I hope to get an advanced copy of that sometime soon. I have been looking forward to that, and I hope they finish it out. Maison Ikoku, Collector's Edition, Volume 4. Love it. Greatest love story ever written and drawn. Fire Force, Volume 23, my buddy Gio. Big shout out to a Geek and Weekdom. Sent me the first 8 volumes of that, and I haven't had a chance to read it. But I didn't know they were on volume. Thanks, Gio. Now I gotta go and find the rest. Nah, man, much love. Gio's my buddy. Hellsing, Deluxe Edition, Volume 3, wrapping up that manga. And as far as other publishers, we have Hellboy and the BPRD. Looks like has slipped into this week. So that is a hardcover. That is 1952 to 1954. The World of Black Hammer Library Edition. Oh, damn, Volume 3. That's what's up. Man, time just flies. I feel like I was just talking about Volume 1. Volume 3 is coming out. Now, Lemire has said that he wants to go back and revisit this world. And I don't know if that's going to be more World of miniseries or if that's going to be more of the ongoing series. Whatever it is, I'm excited. Jim Liv's Mystery of the Dead of the lead singer of The Doors. Oh, that's an interesting book from Image. Angel and Spike, Volume 2. Voyage to the Stars. So this is a sci-fi / comedy podcast. It's getting its own graphic novel. Pretty interesting. Go podcast. That's what's up. Army of Darkness and Xena Omnibus. Oh, that's... Okay, so that's not collected in the Army of Darkness Omnis. But it's the meetup. Yes, with Xena. That's funny because Bruce Campbell and both Xena, Lucy Lawless, were in the Army of Darkness, or I'm sorry, Evil Dead TV show together. I found it funny. Black Terror, Dark Years, continuing more of that saga from Dynamite. Kaiju Score, Volume 1. Godkiller, Volume 2, Walk Among Us, Part 2. That looks interesting. No idea what that is, but based on that cover, Man, that looks good. That's from Black Mask Comics. I don't know. I like creepy looking things like that. Legend of Auntie Po. That's coming out that week. And the new Lady Death ongoing hardcover edition is coming out that week. This is this. There's a hardcover and a trade paperback edition, as well as a signed edition. Wow, they're bringing back Lady Death. That's what's up. Okay. And I had no idea she had her own ongoing. Looks like both volumes are available. Volumes 1. 1956, Sweet Sweet Little Ramona. This is from Cathead Comics, and this is written and drawn by Steve Laffler. And to wrap up that week, we're also getting a... This looks really interesting. This looks up my alley. And that is the Factory Summers. So this is by Guile Delisle. So it's his story about when he worked at a factory for 3 summers when he began at the age of 16. I feel that because I used to do that too. Something's got to pay for comics, right? And for that 4th week, whoa, we got a lot from Marvel Comics. We have Star Wars Darth Vader by Greg Pak, Volume 2, Into the Fire. Continuing his run, and we're getting The King in Black. All that miniseries, that event is collected in a trade paperback format, as well as King in Black, The Return of Valkyries. I'm just glad that book is back in some kind of format, because I hated to see it go. It was so good. And that one was co-written by Jason Aaron at first. And then we're getting an Al Ewing. Miles Morales, graphic novel, Ultimate End. So this is the smaller size scale books geared towards kids. Wolverine Omnibus Volume 2. Hell yes. With 3 covers. 1 standard edition cover and then 2 direct covers. You know, the John Byrne cover, Barry Windsor Smith cover, or Jim Lee cover to your choosing. X-Men Epic Collections Mutant Genesis is also getting a reprint that same week. This is collecting pretty much the last few issues of Chris Claremont's run. And some people think that this might be the last X-Men Epic Collection. But I say in 5 years' time, that might be different as what is considered an Epic Collection or not. And Marvel Masterworks Uncanny X-Men Volume 13, both direct market cover and a standard edition cover, are being released that same day. Collecting Uncanny X-Men 201 to 206, and Long Shot 1 through 6, as well as Marvel Fanfare number 33. Silk Out of the Spider-Verse Volume 2. Those are those bigger trades that have been coming out. They're almost like complete collections, but not called complete collections. So we've had a Volume 1 already. This is all collecting the character of Silk. Star Wars Legends Epic Collection Old Republic Volume 4, continuing the Old Republic story with all the miniseries that are in this particular volume. And as always, I'll be doing an advanced overview of these books the week that these books are due out. U.S. Agent trade paperback American Zealot is coming. That is an awesome, epic-looking cover. This collects the 2020 series of U.S. Agent. I think it was only 5 issues. And then a reprint of X-Men Age of Apocalypse Companion. So this is different than the Age of Apocalypse that's coming out the first week. This is the Companion. Both the direct market cover and the standard edition cover are coming out that week. Now, from DC Comics, we have Future State Justice League, collecting Future State Justice League 1 and 2, The Flash 1 and 2. These are all Future State titles. Green Lantern 1 and 2, and Aquaman 1 and 2. Maybe they'll do an omnibus of that. I really don't know. John Stewart is getting his own hardcover. This is 50 years celebrating John Stewart, Green Lantern. And this includes stories from just all over the years, like from Green Lantern Volume 2, 87, 182. It's got stories in here from Dennis O'Neil and Neil Adams, those classic stories. And then as well as like Green Lantern Mosaic when he had his own series, Justice League of America 110. We're also getting, speaking of Justice League Omnibus Volume 1. So this is huge. This is a big book. I mean, this is Jim Lee and Jeff Johns. And the crazy thing to me, and I'm probably alone here, but the crazy thing to me is how often these books have been released. How many different formats there have been of this. There's been standard edition covers. There's been standard edition covers, the standard size hardcover formats. There's been absolute formats. There's been, trade paperbacks. There's been a deluxe edition. So this is a huge book. It's a big book. And it collects the first half of Justice League by Jeff Johns and Jim Lee. And to wrap up that week from DC Comics, we have Transmetropolitan Volume 5. So collecting issues 49 through 60 of Transmetropolitan by Warren Ellis and Derek Robertson. As far as manga, we have Cardcaptor Sakura Collector's Edition Volume 8. I believe that's the last one. Cells at Work. This is Code Black Volume 8. Man, there's so many cells at work. And, you know, I have friends that actually watch it, and they always tell me how much they've learned. Sadako-san and Sadako-chan, that looks cute. So, Sadako from The Ring? That's cute. As far as other publishers, we have I almost said Cyber Force, got excited there. Cyberpunk 2077, Your Voice. Stephen McCrane's Space Boy, Volume 10 is, Volume 10. Ice Cream Man, Volume 6. Just Desserts. I need to get on that. I've only read the first 6 issues. I need to keep reading that series. Nomen Omen is coming out with a Volume 3. So this is the final chapter of Marco Bucci's and Jacopo Camangi's fantasy opus, and collecting issues 11 through 15 of that series. We're also getting Rivers. It's a graphic novel coming out from IDW or / Top Shelf. Dune, House Atreides. Volume 1, hardcover Volume 1. Nice. Alright. This is a series I've been wanting to get into, and that is Oscar Martin Solo. So, this is hardcover Volume 2. I need to pick up Volume 1. If anybody has read it, please let me know in the comments down below. I've been wanting to pick this series up. We're also getting, from Rebellion or 2000 AD, we're getting Adam Eterno, Hero for All Time. I love that cover. So, this... I have no idea what this is about. Jeez, I thought for a minute there, I thought that was Khan from Street Fighter, Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan, or Star Trek the show. Battle Book is getting a Volume 3, and Krumrin Chronicles Volume 1 coming out that same week as the rest of these books. I don't know what this is, but I really like that cover. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the artwork in Something is Killing the Children. Frank P. Little Nemo is getting a hardcover. Anytime I see a Little Nemo, I'm all in. My Own World graphic novel is coming out. And Snowpiercer is getting a prequel. I love that they keep continuing that storyline. I'm a big fan of that world, and it was sad when we lost the original creator, but the story continued, and now we're getting prequels of that series. And for that final week of June of 2021, from Marvel Comics, we have Avengers by Jason Aaron entered Phoenix. And this collects Avengers 39 through 45. So it's before the Heroes Reborn. Captain America by Dan Jurgens Omnibus is coming out. So this is Captain America by Dan Jurgens. We're getting both the direct market cover and a standard edition cover. It's not the only Captain America Omnibus, because we're going to get Captain America Omnibus Volume 2. We're going to get a Rivera cover, that's the standard edition cover, as well as the direct market cover. So this is the Golden Age Captain America. MODOK Head Games. So this collects the miniseries MODOK Head Games, as well as Rain Delay and Fall of the Hulk's MODOK. And kicking off the new era of X-Men is Reign of X Volume 1. Collecting Sword number 1. Of course, all this could change because solicitations. X-Men number 16, X-Factor number 5, and Hellion 7 and 8. We don't even have a cover yet. We just have a placeholder for that, but that is Reign of X. From DC Comics that week, we have Batman by John Ridley. So John Ridley's Batman is getting its own deluxe edition. That's awesome. So this will be a hardcover format, and we know this is a hardcover format, and that is Batman White Knight presents Harley Quinn. So it's based in the world of Batman the White Knight, and it is Harley Quinn. So this is Batman White Knight presents Harley Quinn 1 through 6, and then a story from Harley Quinn Black and White and Red, a digital chapter number 6. Future State Superman is coming out with his collection. So this collects Future State Superman of Metropolis 1 and 2, Worlds of War 1 and 2, Imperious Lex 1 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, sorry. Superwoman 1 and 2, Superheroes 1 and 2, Legion of Superheroes 1 and 2, and House of L. All those being Future State series. And hell yes, Flash by Mark Waid, Volume 8, wrapping up his phenomenal run on Flash. Space Jam is getting a collection. It's Space Jam Legacy. Did I tell you all I haven't even seen the original Space Jam? I feel like that's blasphemous, but that's just the God honest truth. I've never seen it. And I know a lot of you are like, how the hell have you not seen it? Just, yeah, never happened, man. And Suicide Squad, Casualties of War. There's a lot of Suicide Squad that's going to be coming our way, by the way. Now, as far as manga for the last week of June, we have a Breaker Omnibus coming out. I don't know what this is, but this is from Ablaze Studios, and this is... It's not a manga, but it's a manhwa, but I decided to feature it here. So manhwa is a Korean comic, so that's what these are. And there's King in Hell. I love that. Ragnarok. That was such a good series. But this looks awesome, and it's an omnibus with 400 pages. So of course I'm in. Eden Zero, Volume 12. That is the same gentleman that did Fairy Tail. If It's For My Daughter, Defeat Demon Lord, Volume 6. Hell yeah, if it's for your daughter, you better defeat that demon lord, dude. Of course. So that's coming out. And I don't know anything about this book, but that looks gorgeous. That's published by 7 Seas. I love that cover. Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card. This is a continuation of Cardcaptor Sakura. Rosie in the Labyrinth, Volume 2 is coming out that week. And then we're getting not just one, but two, wrapping up the Sailor Moon in Eternal Edition format. We're getting Codename Sailor V, which is a precursor to Sailor Moon. Volumes 1 and 2 are both coming out that week. So all this story is about the character of Sailor V. And then, well, if you've never read it, I don't want to mess it up. I know my wife loves this series, and I need to get her all those. From other publishers, we have... I've not read this, and a lot of you have asked me if I've read this, and that is the Sumerian Volume 2. So this is the Sumerian, so you're probably thinking, is that Conan? It is, but they can't call it Conan, I think is what's going on. So it's Robert E. Howard's property, so this is uncensored, but holy crap, that artwork on the cover. I've been told the artwork on the inside is awesome. So it's violent, it's got sexy time Conan, so... I gotta check the first one out and probably get this one. Dead World Voices from the Dead World is coming out. That seems kind of redundant, but I swear that's what it's called. It's for Caliber Entertainment. Caliber still publishing books. Love it. Looks to be like a zombie book. Before there was The Walking Dead, there was Dead World. I seem to remember those. I never did read them, though. Everyone's Tulips is coming out that same week. Harrow County Omnibus Volume 2. Now, remember, the library editions are being reprinted as well. I think those are out sometime in June or July, but the Omnibus Volume 2 is coming out. And they're printing True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys, National Anthem, and trade paperback format. Family Tree Volume 3 is coming out. Here's a pretty interesting series, or a pretty interesting book, at least I thought so, and that is Cain and Abel. No idea what this is, but this is published by Image Comics, and... I mean, I'm familiar with the story of Cain and Abel, just didn't know what that was. Outcast by Kirkman is coming out. This is hardcover book 4. Man, book 4. Chibi Usagi, Attack of the Heebie-Chibis. How could I not put that in there? It's Usagi. So, it's adorable. Dungeons & Dragons Fells 5. No idea what... I've never read any of the Dungeons & Dragons. I know for a while that Dark Horse published a bunch of the old collections, and they came out in like what was it, the omnibus format, the smaller scale omnibus format, but that is coming out. We're also going to get the Jack Kirby Fantastic Four, the Artisan Edition. So these are the bigger books, the art books with their original art. Last Unicorn trade paperback. Oh man, that's... My wife's going to love that. Is there a hardcover edition of that, though? It's one of her favorite books / favorite movies. Sonic the Hedgehog, the IDW collection, finally resolicited for this date. Like, again, I always say, dates are always subject to change. Green Hornet, Skylights. This is another book from Dynamite. And remember, Kevin Smith helped kick off that book, if I'm not mistaken, with beautiful covers by Alex Ross. Mallrats, speaking of Kevin Smith, Companion. So these are the comics that are based on the movie. Like, I think they were released in the 10th anniversary of the movie. Mega Man Fully Charged. My daughter was so excited when I told her there was a new Boom comic about Mega Man, and then she got so disheartened when she found out that it's based on Fully Charged. She's not a fan of that animation, but she said she's willing to give it a chance. Nancy in Hell. No idea what that is, but what is she doing there? How did she get there? I guess one has to read the book in order to find out what happened to Nancy. This is from Amigo Comics. Oh, yes. If you've not read this, this is probably one of the best stories from this series, and that is G.I. Joe Cobra's Last Laugh. It's by Mike Costa. I think, man, who does the artwork? Is it Gallant? Anyway, this is an awesome series. They never made it into the hardcover format, or I'm sorry, the IDW G.I. Joe collection. They did have a hardcover, but now it's coming out in trade paperback. It's probably one of the best IDW G.I. Joe stories. PS Art Books Classic Adventure Comics Softy Volume 2, as well as PS Art Books Classic Sci-Fi Comics Softy Volume 2 is coming out. Savage the Wild. What's Savage the Wild about? I mean, surely there's a reason why I put that here. This is from Valiant Max Bemis. That's why I added it here. This is Max Bemis from Valiant Comics. Yeah, I also have Nathan Stockman on artwork. Very cool. We have Space Riders. Space Riders hardcover volume 2. I love that that artwork right there. That is my type of, almost retro type of style artwork. Van Helsing versus the League of Monsters. It's a different type of Van Helsing. That's gotta be Xenoscope. Like, without just looking at that cover, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And then, not that there's anything wrong with Xenoscope, if that's your cup of tea, I have a couple of the Omnis. Turok, Valley of the Lost. Now, Turok used to be Gold Key for a long time, of course, when the original series came out. Then we had a claim by it, the rights to make video games, and then Valiant released them, and now Dynamite has the rights to Turok. But that's it. That's all she wrote. When these books come out, don't forget to check out our sponsor, CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online source for collected editions up to 50% off retail price. Cheap Graphic Novels prides itself on excellent packaging, so your stuff gets to you in excellent condition, and they have amazing customer service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And for all you Minties that are watching, if you're a first-time customer, don't forget to mention that Near Mint Condition sent you their way for a promotional credit on free shipping on your next order. Now, this is only for U.S. customers. CheapGraphicNovels.com, your source for the hottest books with deep discounts, customer service, and excellent shipping that will keep you coming back for more. And that was the list of books coming out in June of 2021. Let me know in the comments down below which ones you're picking up. I'm going to be making my list of the top 10 essential buys, or my recommended buys, and that's always a tough list because when you have so many books like this, but you gotta limit yourself. Again, this was the Uncanny Omar. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to check out our spread shop and our Patreon. Amazing ways to support the channel if you can do so. And thank you so much to our existing patrons. I couldn't do videos like this if it wasn't for you all. And more importantly, all of you, stay healthy, stay safe. Much love.